Hello everybody, DV Digital Hero here, and I'm here to basically make a video to ask what I should do with the future of this channel. It's been a while. This channel's been around for about, I think, since 2008. That's a long time. It's 2025, and this thing's been around since 2008. I've been on the internet for a long time, and it's a long time. It's been about over half my life on this thing, basically, or at least over a third at least. Trying to figure out things for like YouTube, Twitch. Twitch was relatively new. That was like 2020, but that's been still like 4 to 5 years of me learning Twitch. And I learned it, but like I ain't got no fancy gimmicks, so nobody watches. But whatever. Which is one. I mean, what I'm basically going on here for is to ask a few questions. It's my YouTube audience, but a lot of the stuff I bring over is my Twitch content. But here's the kicker, is that because of my Twitch content, it hurts the algorithm of everything else on my channel. Because they're long Twitch streams, which is why I created a joint channel, the Newfian Gamers, that you can find down below. I believe I linked this in every video. It's like it's like a part of the auto stuff where I like mine and my Twitch, Lynn's Twitch, everybody else, and a couple other people's Twitches I know. Might change up some of that auto stuff because I might just make it towards it's like mostly focused on mine and Lynn. And yeah, this channel's gone over through some changes. It first started off as a Let's Play channel, then it kind of became kind of a weird like story try to make channel where we were trying to make a story via that. Then I really enjoyed that part, but then it became a trying to go back to Let's Play but with characters, and then it basically became a stream VOD channel because nobody was watching any other stuff I made that was prior to that, so I just I'll turn it into a stream VOD. Like I tried to make updates all the time and like nobody was watching, so I just turned it into a stream VOD channel. And that's it. But again, the thing is, if I try to mix this with a stream VOD channel and a Let's Play channel, it kind of falls. So I have an actual Let's Play channel over on Newfian Gamers. That's our new Let's Play channel, playthrough channel, whatever. We're just right now going through randomizers at the moment, and unveiling random card packs, which is basically somebody wanted to see more Life of the Day videos. We've been kind of doing that over there with that. And last week we messed up, but that's beside the point. We're supposed to update Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and basically that. Maybe on a Saturday or Sunday, but mostly Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But we kind of messed up. Oops, because Lynn uploaded one video that was supposed to go up Monday on Sunday on her channel. And I didn't notice that it was her channel and not the joint channel. But regardless, that's where we've been doing a lot of our Let's Play stuff lately. Like actual full-on games. And now, technically, this kind of goes into 3 or 4 different spheres of thought. More or less. Because technically the thing is that we're still like in the middle of like the 3 RPGs that one's been going on. Like Chrono Trigger, Randomizer, Earthbound Randomizer, and Mario RPG Randomizer. Also going through Fire Emblem, but Fire Emblem stuff's like hard to work with because I'll probably throw in a Fire Emblem at some point in the near future. Probably on Fridays. Fire Emblem Fridays. Because that sounds fun. But that also means we have to not have a random card box opening. Don't worry, we're gonna go back to the games and stuff. Hopefully, like now that I know there's not a video waiting, I can easily edit Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I usually edit day of to get it out there and also just give myself something to do because I ain't got no car, so I can't go anywhere, kind of thing. Every time I go anywhere, it's like with that. But anyway, so the question I want to bring, I will eventually bring up, is basically what should I actually start doing? Because I could stream more. I've been wanting to stream more. The housing situation here kind of makes it a little hard to stream to be real, because I either have to stream after 10 o'clock or midnight on most days because my son goes to bed at that time. Or I have to actually like do it super early, which I'm usually not awake that time. Because I've been awake since like earlier that day. If I'm awake between the hours of like 7 and like 3 afternoon. If I'm awake there at that time, it's usually because I'm still up from the previous day. Like sometime around midnight, or I woke up at 2 a.m. because of my weird sleep schedule. So, but basically, it also means like the prime time for streaming, like in the start, like the middle of the day, probably is kind of like out of the question for me, unless I just do it. But so the thing is like I could just stream, and if something happens, I could just stop the stream and call it a day, and maybe come back and stream a little bit later that day or whatever. Just stream anytime I want to play a video game. That's an option. That is an option I have. Is I could just that's part one. That's thought one. Is I could just do that, and I have a few methods I could do that. Because lately I've been playing a bunch of RPGs because I've been trying to like get an RPG to match each one of these little D&D books I have. I have almost all of them. Here's a couple more that I have that I could just show off because they're right beside me, because they're for like quick studies, and because I'm trying to come up with games for these. I have like basically the RPGs for these. We just have me and Lynn, or like somebody needs to just sit down. Mostly me and Lynn, because these ones are for the actual prime story that we're supposed to be coming up with. The stuff that I actually have the characters for, or I like where I do the intermission screen. I can't show the intermission screen right now because there's also that too. Board game and RPGs. My brother likes board games a lot, and he's also been trying to do a couple of these tabletop things. The thing is we're kind of in the middle of a couple campaigns because, well, whatever. We also have more Hero Quest. We can do all types of stuff. So, but if I do it again, what I'll do is I'll use the phone, and I don't know if the phone will have the phone will not have any of my normal stuff because it's the phone. I'll be streaming via the phone. Like I'm doing this recording right now. I don't have a webcam, so I have to use my phone, which also means that I won't have, like I said, I won't have access to any of my streaming stuff. So no alerts, no like having trouble probably reading chat, stuff like that. But I could do tabletops and stuff like that by just like using a little area right here, and we just do it more or less. I've tried a couple phone streams before in the past, but it's been whatever. I also have Lynn's old PS4. She got the PS5. Got it as a gift. I got the PS4 as a counter gift, more or less, since now she don't need it no more. I got the PS4. Now, the thing is, it can stream. I can stream from it. Has a couple issues. I don't have Elgato. That is the biggest thing I do not have right now. If I had some help and support and something like that, I might be able to acquire an Elgato and put it through my computer and just stream that way. But the PS4 does have its own streaming thing. It has 3 problems. But there's a lot of games out there I could sit down and play for all of y'all. But again, we have 3 problems. Problem 1, the spoiler thing, where like literally like this is a block cutscene. Doesn't happen with every game, but so many games have that it's annoying. So yeah, but I could play. I have a lot of PS4 games. I could just play them, and we get what we can out of them. Maybe I try to edit those particular VODs down to cut out any of this cutscene, the skipped parts, So it doesn't look half as bad on YouTube, but I mean, that's, again, we can talk, that's open discussion in the comments below or my Discord. Two, it won't have my alerts and stuff. Maybe some of the stuff will kind of come through, but mostly all my alerts, my little side stuff, and anything else that I have, not there. Because it'll be streamed straight from the PS4. And the third issue, because I held up like 3 fingers, the quality of the microphone probably won't be as good. I have a couple headsets, I think, somewhere. They're supposed to be good headsets. I never tried, like when I tried them on my computer, they could not work, but they might work on a PlayStation. But I also gotta make sure to turn the damn thing on. If I don't, somebody needs to tell me I'm not talking. Because it killed an entire stream where I beat a game and a half. And it still pisses me off. Could have like another game and a half done, like the whole 113 thing. It would have been like 115 instead. Like, I would like to clear more games for the internet. I like that. I do enjoy that. It's fun. It's fun for me to commentate over games, tell about how I'm feeling, stuff like that. But the problem is a lot of the games I'm missing, I haven't played through, are typically either RPGs or PS4 games. Like newer games in general. Like I got, I still have it. I got Cyberpunk. That would be interesting. Except I don't like the game. So it's probably interesting on the fact that I don't like the dang game. Because the game just fails on a lot of fundamental aspects for me. I've already played and beaten Hogwarts Legacy. That was fun. I could do it again for a stream if people wanted it. I have a vast catalog of games I could choose from. I had more, but I've been selling a bunch of them just to try to make some ends meet and attempt to try to find a place to live or just get better stuff so I can at least try to survive. A handful of my money went to those D&D books. Which again, I gotta find RPGs in order to match either some of the D&D books or some of the like Hero Quest campaigns. They have like their own campaigns, so those almost kind of count. And it's just kind of like a fun little thing to actually have a thing to build a story around instead of just having like, because here's the thing, if you know this channel, which maybe you don't, back in like 2014 2020, like between there was a whole period of time where I was with my ex, who is basically out of the picture, Gonzo, and all the projects I had that was practically working on that got deleted partway through the relationship because of a really dumbheaded move. The dumbheaded move was we thought that all that stuff was like non-canon anymore, so we blew it up. So it was no longer canon. And then we came up with multiple timelines and we beat ourselves up for it. Pissed me off because there were some really good playthroughs, like the finishing, like I can tell you we got through like most of Ratchet and Clank, most of DK64, all of the Donkey Kong Country series. It was fantastic. The only thing we didn't do, we didn't get to the end of DKC2, and that was like supposed to, like everything blew up because of that. Because we got a thing, and then we didn't finish DKC2 before something bad happened. So something bad happened, and like one team failed, and so the laser from Dragon blew up stuff. It was like a cool thing that we had going on. We had like a chunk of a Super Meat Boy playthrough going. Several other games. Sly Cooper, we had gone through all of Sly Cooper basically, except for Sly Cooper 1, which we probably should have finished earlier, but we thought it would have made sense. But like we went through all of Sly Cooper 2. We're like 2/3 done with Sly Cooper 3. All this recorded. And we were trying to figure out more stuff. We had some turtle games in there. We had all types of stuff. They're great. Deleted all those. And then the playthroughs I had right before the one part, Hybrid Heaven, Half-Life, that which I wanted to use those for the game I'm currently working on, but a game I'm currently like the game that was being the game I was working on to have a demo of for right now in itch.io. There we go. I can English sometimes. Anyway, yeah, wanted to do that. Wanted to have more of that, but you know, oh, lost the footage. Like right, as we moved from building A to building, or no, as we moved from being together to separating, somehow the footage, like the videos for that, somehow just went missing. I don't know what happened to them. They just disappeared. And from that, I lost a Kirby Canvas Curse playthrough, a Metroid 1 playthrough, a Metroid Zero Mission playthrough, the rest of Hybrid Heaven, the rest of Breakdown, and the rest of Half-Life. Which Half-Life wasn't necessarily finished yet. Like, even with the footage. Like, I was in the end game. But I wasn't quite there yet. But, like, you see the point, though. All that, we lost all that. Plus probably a couple other games. I wanted to see if I could get Canvas Curse to work, and it did. So, it was neat. I don't know if I want to play through it again, though, for the depending on things. But I beat it on my for I guess my own sake. I also beat Breakdown for the first time throughout that process. Half-Life I already beaten. Same with Hybrid Heaven. Those games are not new to me. Just there's a couple of those were. And having like a solid good run on Metroid was really nice because I saved like one power up for the very end at the beginning of the game. Like one health upgrade, and then I put a save before that. Did that, and if I died, I was not going to save. I was just going to load instead, so that way I could do that. And that was actually on GameCube, which was really fun. So, yeah, I don't even know if I have that game right now because, like I said, I've been selling a huge chunk of my collection off for that. But I still have a huge chunk of the collection because half like 90% of the weird games are worthless. Yay, capitalism! Yay, retro game sales! It ain't worth more than like $20. It ain't worth me trying to sell it because I need at least $7 to ship the damn game, and they ain't paying for my shipping. So, yeah, but I've been doing that to try to just, like I said, just to keep up with everything. But basically, yeah, that's the whole thing. It's like I've been trying to figure out RPGs, but I've been going through a bunch of RPGs lately. Problem is, I've started a bunch of RPGs, and I've made a decent amount of progress through them. These are some of the ones I've started that I could say, hey, I don't know if I want to start them over because RPGs are long and already take a good chunk of time. There's Shadow Hearts Into the New World. The game is fun, but it's time consuming. I'm already like 7/17 done with the game. Maybe more. I think roughly like 7. I'm like 7 chunks in according to the walkthrough. I have to use walkthroughs for RPGs because it's just too much stuff, and also I'm using the walkthroughs to figure out how I could actually try to use if it actually fits with the campaign and what type of flow I'm going for. There's that one. Like I said, I'm like about almost halfway through the game. So would that be interesting to watch from where I am? Would I have to start it all over again? Which I could, but if people really want to watch me play a bunch of RPGs and really, really want me to start them over, I guess I can. These have been things I've been doing on my spare days, like random days. If I had reasons if I was streaming them or playing them for recordings, it might give me more motivation to play them because I've also just not been playing them half the time. There's a game called Hodeka. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. It's a weird word. It's a weird name for the main character. It is like a haunted house thing where, like, it's a haunted house RPG where it's very weird, very wacky. And the way I'm playing it, it's not like anything. Be real. Like, it does not like it at all. The game has so many issues. I'm at a point now where technically maybe I win battles fast enough that the issues aren't as present. I'm on disc 2 of 4 of that game, and I'm still baffled of why this game has 4 discs, but the content of, like, I don't know, Sweet Home. It's got the content length of Sweet Home for the NES, but it's 4 discs long. All located in one place, one house. The cutscenes, they went so hard on them that it became a 4-disc game. What the heck? Most of the game is weird, and I don't know if I want to start it over. It's not a long game. It's like 7-10 hours. It probably, like, if I actually sat down and played it for a good chunk of time, it'd probably be like done in 1 or 2 streams. Easy, but I don't know if I want to start it over. That's the point of half of this. If I can find my PS3 and some other hookups, I could start Digimon World 3 from the middle because I don't want to grind. It's like almost the end. It's like, I get it. The content creation portion of my brain is like, no, you gotta start it from the beginning. You gotta show the whole thing. The part of me that doesn't want to waste my time says, but we shouldn't have to do that. If they want to see the full game, maybe they could either ask or whatever. Which also, this part of my brain is also like, this. I could also just upload the last chunk of Yeast 3. This is my second take on this video. I've technically forgotten if I actually brought up the whole Yeast 3 debacle. I probably haven't. I don't think I did that in this one. Quick aside, depending on if I did or not, I'm not editing this, so if you heard this spiel already, oops. If you didn't, here's a quick version. Yeast 3, Oath of Phangalia. I missed a chunk, I just forgot to download a VOD where I went from the finished the castle and started the next dungeon. There was a chunk of grinding in the middle of that. Basically, that's all I did. But between that, there's like several cutscenes. There's the end of the castle cutscenes. There's a cutscene of the world getting destroyed, and then there's a cutscene and then there's like a boss. Now the thing is, I could just go and show off those bosses, at least 2 of them. I know I could probably show off 2 of them. I don't think I can show off the 3rd guy. But the 3rd guy is also just kind of technically shown because you fight him again in the final dungeon. So it's not like we're really missing that. And I really want to upload the last part because I really like the last final boss of that game. I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, I could just do that and be like, sorry about the miss, but this technically still counts as the game clear. For the thing, that's the first time I beat it. And it's just like on pause because I don't know if I need to go randomly get. Because my options for doing it is either have Lynn play through the whole game and do a special video where she does that part of the game. And we show off the game via that. And then she finishes the game on her own time. Or I have to go from, like, I think World 2, aka Ivern Ruins, and basically crawl my way through the entirety of the game again. I was using I think I had multiple saves. I was using them constantly. I don't think any of my saves are before that part I messed up. Except for way before. Which means I'd have to do a whole bunch of grinding and fight the people in the castle again. I really don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. If Lynn did it, it'd be fine. Because she hasn't played the game yet, so she hasn't experienced the game yet. It's kind of like a different thing of like, they get to actually experience and enjoy the game. I think the game's pretty good. They get to do it for the first time, and that's a different thing than me going through it again, having to go through the bullcrap parts again for a second time. I think that makes sense. Anyway, kind of that same logic there. is that I could just upload what I got. And if I ever do make a special episode where I actually show what happens and I actually want to record that, also that game's super hard to record. But that's the kind of thing. It's like, it's basically that same like FOMA. I get really bad FOMA, so I know. So like this also affects like how I want to record things. I want to record from the beginning to the end, but 40-hour RPGs are really long. I don't know if people are going to be interested in watching me play through 40-hour RPGs. Maybe even 100-hour RPGs. Like if we're playing like something like Persona 5. If like Persona 6 comes out, or Memento, or whatever it was that came out, that was basically made by Atlas and basically is like Persona, but in the super past or something like that. I've seen like 30 minutes of it and was like, this looks cool, but I don't want to see any more just in case I actually get the game. I saw like the very beginning of it and that was it. But like I also noticed it does have like a turn-based combat, so I want to probably get my hands on it at some point. Phone? Okay. My phone stopped for a second. I'm like, what are you doing, phone? So I know this much. I want that basically, like with every one of these little stories I want to try to make, I want to try to make it to where it combines like an RPG, some games, and stuff like that. I might make another video right here afterwards because I want to actually do a video where I explain my insanity. I call it insanity. I'm probably joking. Most likely joking. Maybe joking. Not sure joking. Of like all the crazy stuff I try to put into the game designs. It's probably too much, and maybe people can help me kind of narrow it down, but still help me find a way to do it. Or offer to actually help in a way that's more than just game testing. It's like, good, game testing is great. I do need that. But I actually need people to actually help me actually with the game design part itself, because you're supposed to, I assume, I know indie developers exist now and they can make all types of fantastic, wonderful games with like stuff like Unity and stuff. I have RPG Maker. I have those other things too, but I haven't learned them yet. I haven't had like an urge to learn them. I like RPG Maker, but I know it's limiting. But I haven't had an urge to learn. To be fair, I've actually had an RPG Maker since I was a child. When the RPG Maker was on the PlayStation, PS1. I actually owned a physical copy of the PS1 RPG Maker game. Never did anything with it because other than being Cobbie's Adventure. But I did have it. And I tried to make a game for Billy where it's like, oh, here's a game about his crazy overpowered character. How do you make a game like that? Well, maybe if you have like a weird ticking time clock or something like that. I tried something, but the assets were being a pain because that RPG Maker didn't have no idea what it was trying to do. And then in college, I actually went through that. You know, again, I will go through this more. I will go through my entire life with RPG Maker there. But the point is that I grew up on RPG Maker. That's the system I know. And that's the system I want to work with. Although I would like to have more original assets like art and music, which I don't know how to do. But if I don't, I can still work with RPG Maker on a base level. And either pester my brother or Pastor Lynn to get me art for it. Enough to get something. The music just has to be basic RPG Maker stuff, or maybe some free music if people can show me where some free music is, or somebody actually wants help. But regardless, the actual point of all this is, where should I stream? I can stream on the PlayStation. It'll look bad. It maybe be weird voice quality. Not sure. I have to actually try it. I can do random games off my computer, but I have to actually be in the mood to play them. I could do more fancy games like my friends are technically wanting to get me into Marvel Rivals. I don't really play multiplayer games. That's my biggest thing. I don't. But if they get me into Marvel Rivals, I'll play Marvel Rivals. Also, there's a technically a part of me that's interested in Fortnite. And another friend helped me get like a Fortnite skin. It'd be really sad to not play Fortnite after they got me a Fortnite skin. It was really cute. It was a really cute, fluffy girl. It was like the one character I actually wouldn't mind playing as, more or less. Um, Reminds me of Donna, one of my characters. Um, and basically just stuff like that. Like I could play stuff like that. I could even play Roblox if that's what people want me to do. Maybe, but they have to convince me to actually do it, and I have to actually enjoy it. I don't like multiplayer games typically. I tried MMOs on here for a little bit with the streams. That was a thing. That didn't last very long at all because they stopped going to the thing. And also just like mobile games. There's also mobile games I could play, but I also feel like those end up being like a huge waste of whatever. Because one, I don't know if I'm ever going to use mobile games for like research, unless I'm making a mobile game, which technically through RPG Maker I can make mobile games. I just have to figure out how. There's like an underlying part of like I don't know how to set up certain things for mobile games. But if I could ever figure out how to make a mobile game, I guess I could. Just have to figure out how. I really wouldn't want to because I actually prefer people buying a game and having that. But yeah, I could do more development streams, but I also have to do more development. I also got D&D streams. Also an idea. I have to find people to play it or D&D with me. It's a hassle. Half the time people just do role plays. Usually just do it through Discord with me, but that's beside the point. And I can't really record that for multiple reasons. So I also just do story time or stuff like that too. But yeah, what y'all want? You want me to just like tear down the VOD channel part of this and just force this back into being a Let's Play channel? I could do that. I think if I do it a certain way, maybe the algorithm will just realize that I'm not doing VODs anymore. I got a payout from Twitch, so if I don't do Twitch again for a while, I mean, it's fine. Because I haven't made any, like, I don't think my last archipelago made anything. I can check, but I don't think it did. People want more day in the life, like, somebody want more day in the life content. What do you want me to talk about with my day in life content? I don't do much, honestly, by myself. I like to record, I like to do stuff, but I don't, other than like play games here and there, which, you know, is the content. I don't really do much outside of that. This is the most day in life you're going to get from me for a while. Besides like our card opening things and thing. I'm looking out there to see if there's anything. Like, I'm trying to think if there's like anything I could do for day in life stuff. Like, my days are, I get up, I maybe try to use this. I don't know how to record using this yet. Honestly, I probably would. Grab this thing. Been trying to use it lately to try to get into exercise. I got FitXR on here. I've been trying to exercise with it. This last like couple weeks kind of messed that up because my parents, who I am living with again, because the first time I was living with them again was because of stupid things like the breakup between me and my ex. Now it's because we got kicked out. So I'm stuck here. I don't have a car because my ex broke the car. I don't have a job because even though I could walk to some places around town, like usually they're not hiring, and usually I don't check enough to find out if they are or not. Oops. Also, I have a big dream I want to try to get fulfilled. And everywhere else would either require transit, which I'm not entirely sure how that would work. I don't like being yelled at for being late. That's a thing I just hate because I'm always late. I dealt with that back in 2012. I don't really want to do it again. I prefer being self-employed. Self-employment ain't making me enough money though, which is an unfortunate problem. And one part of my self-employment is decided to cut my income out completely. So that sucks. Oh yeah, I also have Tyrizia, and then there's also every other RPG in existence that I have not played. But I played a few. The ones I've played the most are the Final Fantasies, the Dragon Quests. Although I've only beaten like two of those. I can think off the top of my head that I've only beaten two of those. So I got the rest of the series. No, three. I've beaten three. Never mind. I've beaten 1, 3, and 4. Working on 2 with Lynn, which we'll get back to that eventually. She should hear this from me. I think nobody has watched the Dragon Quest 3 video that we have on there. And since that's the case, I might just have to take it down and put it back up after we get done with one of the other games we're kind of working on. Kind of trying to capitalize on the fact that the remake it came out. So I was like, oh yeah, people will be looking for it. And I was like, this is the day that the remake came out. People will be looking for it. Nobody watched it. So if that stays to be this case, then I'll probably take it down, split it up into 2 chunks, and re-upload it as 2 separate episodes. But yeah, those ones are going to be a little bit longer because like that game is long. And then we had Dragon Quest 1, Dragon Quest 2, most like a chunk of Dragon Quest 2 ready to go. Trying to think of what else we've done. Lynn really wants to do the Radiant Dawn Fire Emblem, but I have to finish uploading the other one first. Technically, she wanted to upload it, but then her computer broke, so it's back down to me to upload it again, and like it's a very long game of where just a tiny little pieces move. It's just hard for me to sit down and edit it. I can at least find some like silliness in some of the other ones, but that one's just like, yeah, strategy games are not my forte, but like any game I can try to push through if I have somebody with me that's also willing to push through it with it and we play through it together, then yeah, that's my thoughts. If anything, if I were to get a little bit of money between now and the next archipelago, I don't know when it is. Have to wait for either either group I archipelago with to tell me when the next archipelago is. My selected choices of games would be Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and then maybe Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories, because me and Lynn sat down and played through Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories just recently. So I kind of know how that game works a little bit. And if I don't, I can just go look up the fusions to get the good cards, or probably through the archipelago, I'll just get the good cards. I'll get some like 3,000 like beat sticks out there so that I can just destroy everything that they can ever throw at me. Get Gate Guardian, get Blue Eyes, Ultimate Blue Eyes, White Dragon. Just as free cards because the archipelago says, hey, you can just have this now. Here, have enjoy. This is how the archipelago works. I believe the cards are the ones randomized. And I'll throw the 15 card mod so I can actually get people's checks every time I win a duel and then proceed to the end game. as soon as I have what I need. But yeah, I would. That's the one. And then Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 are games I've played like when I was in high school or lower, and haven't really played them that much since. I've dabbled in one a few times. I tried to go through it for a story thing, semi recently, but I'd almost rather play the computer version because at least that version has a thing. Or I could just go through Kingdom Hearts, all of them except for the good ones. Some of the I was about to say the good ones, but that's questionable. But I like them. I like both 358 days and uh, Recoded a lot. So I think both those games are actually really fun, and they didn't even get put on the thing, and it disappoints me. It's like they could have done whatever they did with the Dream Drop Distance. They could have. I don't think the DS, like the bottom screen, did much. They could just make that into buttons, but they didn't want to, so they just made them movies, and they're really boring movies because like without the gameplay, 358 and a half days has nothing going on. But the gameplay is really cool because it's all mission based, and I go on about thousands of games for hours, so I'm not going to. Unless you want me to. I can just do more of this and just have rants. I can also do reviews. I've been thinking if I want to make another channel for reviews. Do you like reviews? Like, I just get like a little bit of gameplay footage, like 20 minutes worth of gameplay footage, and do like a full-on review, talking about various stuff, spoiling certain things. Probably getting like some footage at the beginning of the game, some footage at the end of the game, because I'll probably have save files of both sides of the game, but nothing in the middle. You know? Like, I won't have much footage in the middle part of the game. We'll have some of the beginning and some of the end, because it's just there. And depending on the game. We can also do reviews. If people would rather have Doofy and Gamers just be a review channel. Also technically a thing we could do. We can also just keep doing randomizers, because randomizers, there's like infinity randomizers, especially with archipelagos, kind of kicking in and like jump starting the archipelago seed, like the randomizer seed. There's like tons of stuff you can do with that. I'll leave it up to you all. Long story short, what should I do? I want to do something. I want to have a reason to create. Right now, I don't have any. What do? I need people's opinions on what do. And if people make this opinion, I would like them to actually stay around and like do stuff with that. Also, sorry for everything that's here on my face. I don't know how to get rid of it. But yeah, I want to do stuff. I want to be creative. I have nothing to be creative with. Honestly. There's all types of games I can play. I have knowledge of like over 1,000 plus games, probably. That I've sat down and beat. You know, here's another video I might make out of this situation. Because I might make like a little trilogy of this. Third one might take me a couple days though, because I gotta go finish the list I was making. I had a list I had like about 200 some games in of every game I ever beat, ever. And I was just going through the mainline stuff, and I'd already beat like over like 100 some games. And I just stopped because I was just like, okay, I'm done for the moment, and I'll continue it later, and I haven't continued it yet. So, but like over like 100 games, actually I could just go find out how many games that was. Right now, that could be another video. I can do more videos like this where I just do vlogs. Talk about things that bother me, things that I want to talk about. And this could be anything. If you guys want more vlogs, let me know. One person want more vlogs. If that person decides to say something on this video and be like, I like this and I want to see more of it, cool. You probably get me because I don't live with Lynn right now, but you'll get me, the me one. And but yeah. Also, I moved Marvel Rivals. I got Marvel Rivals regardless because it's free. So I have it now. What even happened? What even happened? Computer. What'd you do? Alright. So I'm going to move this in here. It's a Steam game. And now I gotta figure out what happened. No. Yeah, actually, this is it. This is the list. Okay. Well, to be fair, I think with half this list I was doing, I put played in there, but that's fine too. I think I had to where I have the list 2,700 long, just in case. With mostly Mario, Sonic, and Mega Man games, Castlevania games, and a few other big ones. I got to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 165 games, mostly just Sonic, Mario, Mega Man, Castlevania, and that's it. Like, just those are games. That does not count. Like, 90% of the games. And we've already known that before the one thing, I beat 113 games. I did another 113 games without again online. But again, that's like at least 220 some games I beat. And that includes like a few Atari games, and those still count because there's a win condition. Even though not the game has ended condition, there is a win condition. If you at least beat the win condition once, I consider that a win. So, yeah. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Sorry for my long ramblings. If you want more of this content, let me know. I will make another video. I at least have 2 more videos like this in mind between now and the next archipelago. The next part of the actual archipelago will probably go up either right now. It already came up because I already put that up, and then I put this to come out after that, or something. Anyway, what do? Please let me know. The other 2 videos we're going to have like this is one that explains my insanity process for trying to make video games, at least RPGs, by myself, mostly. By myself or with a handful of like friends, quote unquote, that only do like one part, and that's helped me write the story. And I even write it, just help me come up with the story. And then the other video is I finished this list, and I think this list was still up. Okay. I just had this. Oh shoot! No! Go back. Go back. Anyway, no. I had all the intention to come back to this list, but yeah, finish this list, and then I go down every single game, and if I played or beat them. And that one I might actually edit. I might put that one in the editor, so that one I can have like a little tally of played, beat, etc. Or maybe I'll do it on, or maybe I'll remove all the plays and put them at the end. And have them be their own list once I get done with the actual beaten games. I also wrote down a couple completed, but yeah. Either way, I'll see you all next time. Thank you all for watching. Have a good day. Let me know what I should do. Bye-bye.